Welcome to Sleep Stories. As you rest your head and you close your eyes and you forget about today and tomorrow, allow your mind to wander as we read the story of the Cloud Painter. In a small village nestled between soft green hills, there lived a boy named Leo. But Leo wasn't like most children. While other kids ran and played in fields, Leo would climb the highest hill near his home, carrying a bundle of brushes, jars of paint, and his ever-loyal satchel. For Leo had a secret gift. He could paint clouds. Now, when I say paint clouds, I don't mean drawing them on paper. No. Leo could reach out with his brushes, touch the clouds themselves. He could swirl them into shapes, whales floating gracefully, castles with tiny turrets that glimmered like silver, dragons coiling gently, or even giant, fluffy teddy bears drifting lazily across the sky. Each morning, Leo would wake just as the first sunlight kissed the rooftops, whispering, "Time to paint." He would climb his hill, feeling the cool grass tickle his toes, and look up. At first, the sky was grey and quiet, but in Leo's mind, it hummed with possibility. He would dip his brush in paint, blue like the ocean, pink like the cheeks of a sleeping kitten, gold like the sun at dawn, and gently sweep through the clouds. The villagers began to notice. "Look," they would say, "a whale in the sky, or is it a castle?" Children would point, laughing and clapping, while their parents smiled softly, feeling the world grow lighter around them. Birds perched on rooftops would tilt their heads in wonder, and even the cows in the meadow seemed to pause, gazing at the night sky in quiet awe. One day, a little girl named Mara climbed the hill to watch Leo work. "How do you do it?" she asked, her eyes wide. Leo smiled. "I just see what the clouds want to be," he said. "Sometimes they like whales, sometimes they like dragons, sometimes they like to just dance." Mara giggled and picked up a brush Leo had left in the grass. "Can I try?" "Of course," Leo said, "but remember, clouds are shy. You have to ask them first." Mara whispered softly to the nearest cloud, and to everyone's amazement, it began to stretch and twist, turning into a long, curling ribbon across the sky. Leo clapped and cheered, and the children in the village clapped too. From that day, Leo discovered something magical. Not just the art of painting clouds, but the joy of sharing his gift. Each morning, he invited a child to join him, or a villager who wanted to try, and together they transformed the grey skies into wondrous adventures. Sometimes the clouds became a train, sometimes a long silver dragon, sometimes a floating garden where flowers shimmered as if they were alive. One morning, as Leo painted a golden castle in the sky, he noticed a tiny boy sitting alone in the meadow below, staring up with wide eyes. Leo waved and called, "Do you want to paint too?" The boy nodded shyly and took a brush, but instead of painting shapes, he painted little streaks of color along the edges of the cloud, making them sparkle as if dusted with magic. Leo's heart warmed. He realized that everyone sees the world differently, and that was the real magic, the sharing of imagination and bringing together of dreams. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. The village became famous for its skies. Travelers would come to watch the cloud paintings drift lazily across the horizon. But Leo never cared about the fame. He cared about the smiles, the laughter, and the shared wonder in everyone's eyes. One evening, as the sun dipped behind the hills and the clouds glowed pink and gold, Leo sat on his hilltop, feeling tired but happy. He looked at the children still painting, the parents still watching, and the birds still gazing in awe, and he understood the simple truth: a gift is the brightest when shared. From that day on, Leo didn't just paint clouds, he painted joy, friendship, and a gentle reminder that magic lives in the little acts we share with others.